Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to Tonight Live. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Tonight we have a wonderful show, guys, with an awesome guest. And as you come in, I want to ask that you don't forget to hit the like button. Those that will be watching during the live, and those that will be watching this after the live. So please share this live with others. Please interact. Leave me a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. And let's get this show started with the little something like this.
Than any white person in the history of the country. I talk like that when I interview. I'm the only white guy anywhere on the planet where you'll see doing interviews about Haitian affairs who speak like I speak. A lot of Haitians love me because of that.
Guys, it is. Whoa. Hold on one second. So, for you guys that are just coming in, before bringing in our guests, guys, I'm going to play a quick clipping to remind you guys of the last time we did a reaction. And
despite the attacks, despite
Danny said something.
The killing that happened in Bel Air.
Danny said something interesting.
Zeke.
Danny said something interesting about Iska. Iska's a smart guy. And T. Gabriel's guys raped and killed his mother. And he hasn't forgiven anyone since. And that's what I'm saying. Like, these guys, you'd be surprised how many Haitians from day to day that you see in the street are killers. You wouldn't even have any idea. And a lot of these Haitian policemen, they are killers. And they enjoy it, right? So this is what I'm saying. The whole population looks at these gang members in places like Cité Soleil and Village des Dieux and wherever the hell they live. And they throw all the heat on them. These kids are born and raised in these ghettos with no hope, with nothing. They have no fathers. So they join gangs and there's no way out of these places. And they have these oligarchs and politicians and police in higher places that have money that are corrupt. And they manipulate these kids. And back in the day when Aristide used to give them guns to defend La Valasse, to gérer bagay politique, you know, to handle his political situation.
So you say
these guys they're taking too much of the blame. Again, nothing in Haiti is going to happen while these oligarchs and politicians are able to go free. And the Haitian people know where they live. So my problem with the mass of Haitians is they're a bunch of fucking Susu Restaveks. They're a bunch of Restaveks. The modern day Haitian is a Restavek. And les rimes blancs, les besoin rete ak blanc, rete en bas blanc. They
Let me welcome our guest, guys. Let me welcome the man himself. Hello, Ziggy. And welcome to the Life in Haiti show. How's it going?
Bonsoir tout le monde. I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm fortunate to be here tonight. Let me quickly say thank you to a lady named Sabrina Saunders, who's a good friend of yours. I believe Sabrina's in San Francisco, and she reached out to me late morning today about coming on with you all, and I really didn't want to do it. It was late notice, and I haven't been feeling good. My youngest son is sick, and I feel like I'm getting it, and I feel it. And then with everything that's been going on in Haiti this weekend, I haven't been feeling good today. But I had to remember that today, August 27th, in 1991, was the first day of my life that I ever stepped foot on Haitian soil. So today is the 32-year anniversary of the most important day of my existence. And so I said, okay, I need to come on with you guys tonight. And so I'm blessed. And thank you for having me.
Wow, man. I'm so glad that you chose to come on the show. And what are the coincidences, right? That we end up meeting up and doing the show on this particular day, unknowingly, right? To both of us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought.
Mm-hmm. Ziggy, let me tell you, you mentioned about it was 32 years ago, you said you were introduced to Haiti. What brought you to Haiti to begin with? So you do a quick introduction of yourself so that the audience we would come up to par about who Zeke Petrie is for the people who are watching that are not aware.
Well, it's a very long story, and people ask me all the time. And, of course, I wrote a book detailing it step by step. But when I was a young kid, when I was 4 and 5 years old, I had a black mailman. And the neighborhood I lived in was all white. And so he was the only interaction I had with a black person. And he would bring the mail, and I would interact with him, taking the mail from him, and he would give me candy, and we would talk, and I would just love to touch his skin and touch his hair. He was fascinating to me. And so that's where my love affair with black people started, actually. Going forward into my high school years, I was raised in the church, and I had talked about going to Moody Bible Institute, like to go to school there. And so my senior year, in the fall of my senior year, I went to visit Moody in Chicago, and I ran into a Haitian in an elevator there. And it was that moment of destiny playing out that would lead me on to the rest of my life. And so again, we'd be here all night if I was trying to explain the whole story, but that's how I was led to Haiti. And I came to Haiti as an 18-year-old. And it was this day, 32 years ago, that I landed in Haiti for the first time.
Wow. Let me ask, because I have a lot of Haitian people that are not Haitian that wants to come to visit Haiti. 18 years ago, at 18 years old, what was the visit like?
Well, 32 years ago, at 18 years old, for me, I felt like I was home. Like I felt that I had arrived where I was supposed to be. It was, again, I detail it in my book, what I felt arriving in Haiti, and I felt like I was home and that I belonged there, and that for whatever reason, God sent me there. And I would spend the rest of my life trying to navigate that and find that out. What was my why? Why did I actually ever end up in Haiti in the first place? And as I sit here with you tonight, we're still searching that out, kind of still playing itself out.
Wow. So you get to Haiti. Where does the love for Haitians, for Haiti, come from? Because watching your documentary, just doing some research about you, there is a huge love for Haiti, and not only Haiti, the Haitian people themselves. Visiting, where did that stem from?
Well, I think that came from my love affair with black people in the United States, starting with Mr. Ricks, and then kids in elementary school, Kevin Howes, Tammy Peterson, Emmanuel Hampton, black kids I went to school with, that it continued from there. So, but I wanted to go to a place where I wanted to know the most proud black people on the planet. That's what I wanted to see, because I had that love affair with blacks. And so I wanted to go where the toughest, most proud black people were on planet Earth. And so with Haiti's history, defeating the great Napoleon Bonaparte, smashing his army, that's where I was like, I need to go to this place. I want to go here. And so, you know, I ended up landing Tuesday, August 27th, 1991. I landed there the first time, and immediately I felt at home coming down the stairs of the American Airlines. And the smells, the sights, the sounds, I can still remember all of it, you know, and I miss those days. When I think back to those days, I miss those days, because that was a different Haiti. The Haiti you see today, it's a different Haiti today, of course. And I missed that Haiti. I missed that Haiti of 1991. And that was before the first coup d'etat against President Aristide. So at that point, Haiti was kind of enjoying some sort of peace, you know, some sort of movement. The Lavalas movement was incredible, regardless of what people think about President Aristide and Lavalas. That movement was incredible. It was a great flood. And, you know, what happened going forward, a lot of factors played in, you know, the United States and the United Nations, the Organization of American States. A lot of powerful countries have their own interests in the country of Haiti. And oftentimes they tend to dictate how things go down there. And the poor people, which the mass of the people are poor, they have no say in it. And that's always been a problem. And today, it's August 27, 2023, and nothing's changed. So we're hoping to see that change at some point.
From what you've seen in Haiti then and today, what do you think caused this drastic landslide? I mean, just to get from 1991, let's just say, to maybe 5 years ago with Haiti and things that's been happening in Haiti.
Well, I think first and foremost, it's American forced democracy, capitalism, that type of deal. Like, you know, democracy, how we know it in the United States, doesn't work in countries where there are no jobs. It doesn't work. And when I was a kid growing up, I would hear all these bad stories about the Duvaliers, François Duvalier and Jean-Claude Duvalier. And now we can only wish that the Duvaliers were back in power, because at that point, when François Duvalier was in power, from 57 to 71, you could walk freely at night. You know, so much has changed, but again, if I'm being honest, I have to speak up against my own government here in the United States, because the United States and their meddling in the Haiti affairs, they go out of their way to dictate what happens in Haiti, and that leads to, if you will, whatever president, whoever's sitting in power in Haiti, whether president, prime ministers, politicians, although they may appear black in color, they serve almost as maybe what you would call an Uncle Tom house Negro Restavek, where they take orders from the white man and against like what would benefit their own people. And that's a big problem. And so, you know, if we're being honest, that's what we have to bring that up. That has to be in the discussion, because it's just the truth.
Where do you think that stemmed from? Because from 1991 to today, that's been, what, 3 decades?
Yeah.
And we have seen the result of that. Why do the leaders, you think, continue to make decisions that are against the Haitian people up until today?
Well, a lot of white people aren't going to like to hear this, but, you know, you can go all the way back to the slave days, where the whites divided the blacks between a house and a field Negro and made them hate each other. And that's still evident in the black community today, and not just in Haiti, but all across the world, the United States and in Africa. And President Aristide, when he first came to power, I think that could have been a good thing, but the United States and Canada and France, they all had their own, they saw things a little different. and Aristide was a boat rocker. You know, he liked to rock the boat. He liked to push the envelope, and he pissed a lot of people off. And he ended up getting himself, kicked out of the country. But he did, to his credit, in the beginning, he stood up against that Goliath. He stood up against the United States, and but he learned that you can't do that. And then in his 3 years in exile, he came back with a different game plan, to where he played the game going forward with that. He played along. He had a relationship with Bill Clinton. Of course, Clinton was the one that restored him to power. And then Aristide came up with his own version of the Tonton Macoutes, and he did it with young men in the gang in the ghetto neighborhoods like Cité Soleil. And that's when the gangs really started. Was back probably, I would say, 1995. 1996, 1997 is where it started coming along, and then it really took a life of its own in the early 2000s, into 2002, 2003, 2004. And so I know that President Aristide used to hand out guns to those young men to defend his cause. And so what started as a good thing in 1990 and into 91, it took a whole different shape and form going forward, and that politics is ugly. And in Haiti, politics is really, really, really ugly. And to get into politics, you can lose your life. In a country like Haiti, you lose your life real quick. And that's just how it is, unfortunately. And but we're yet to find that one Haitian leader that's Black and that loves Black people and loves his own people and will give his life for these people, right? And we've never found that, ever. Not one. Aristide wasn't willing to give his life up for Haitians. He proved that with his own actions, you know? And so we're yet to see one leader step forward. And that's what Haiti lacks. Haiti lacks real leadership, because basically what you have is a bunch of Uncle Tom House Negro Restaveks who go along with the white folks and end up hurting their own people in the long run, you know? So, but that's again, we could talk about that all night. That's a rabbit hole you go down, you never come out of. You know?
Wow. So I've seen that you've had some bad experiences with Haiti as far as being locked up, and what happened that exact day, real quick, so you can give the people just a little insight into who you are as they go off and read the book to find out more about who Ziggy is.
Well, in early 2002, I started frequenting the base in La Montagne 54, La Montagne 54. And I had some old friends there that were sergeants in the old Haitian military, and they were trying to regroup and get the come back together, and they were going on the promises of Michel Martelly at the time when he ran for president. That a lot of the guys that ran for president that year, even Charito Baker, that was one of the things that they wanted to do, was put the military back in place. Because think about this: no country on planet Earth, no serious country on planet Earth, lets anybody come into their house and say you can't have a military and disband it. That's another thing Aristide did, along with the whites in the United States, is he allowed Bill Clinton and that administration to disband the Haitian military. So going back to your question about how did this all come about, how did this start, that's a big part of it. To not have to think about that, to take a military from a country and take them out, just remove their existence from the country. You're talking about the military can be there to help in times of natural disasters like hurricanes, earthquakes, and also to defend the population. And so to not have a military thing, and it's incredible because with Haiti's great history, that they beat Napoleon, and to allow the United States to come into Haiti and say, no, you can't have a military anymore. And then to have a guy like Aristide, a proud Black man who's very smart and very intelligent, to be able to manipulate him to go along with that is just an indictment on the entire Haitian culture. And but for me, I always say that the reason the United States wanted to do that because at the heart of it all, if I can, this is just me. I think they thought these Negroes will fuck some shit up if we allow them to do it. And they proved it. They proved it against Napoleon. And so I think they're afraid of Haitians. I think the last thing they want to do, the last thing they want to see is a united Haiti, because a united Haiti could be scary for the United States, for the Canadians, for the French. Of course, the French owe Haiti a lot of money, and they're never trying to pay that back. And so there's so much that goes into this that never gets talked about on mainstream media. They'll never talk about it because it goes against the system. You know, it goes against the government within the government of the United States, because they want to control and have a monopoly on everything. And that's a problem. That's another thing that needs to be addressed. So,
wow. So let's go into the audience, Ziggy, because I see some people, I see we got a lot of comments. Welcome everyone tonight for coming on to the show. Please share the live, guys, as we are live. And if you have a question, please ask. Mr. Seal, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Seal. How's it going? Italian Stallion, a.k.a. the Gangster Bangster. Hello, where is Nook the dog? Nook is at his house. Hello, Arlene. How's it going? Junior Chowders, happy Sunday, everyone. Marie, how's it going today? All is well. Marie Nook, how's it going? Let's look. Manella Nelson, Jean Andy. What is the name of your book? Someone asked.
Okay, so the name of my book is Reach and Fall. It's on Amazon. And Reach and Fall by Zeke Petrie. It's on Amazon, and you can get it off Amazon for $29.95, and you'll get it the next day. Amazon does a great job with that.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So, guys, let's support Ziggy. If you'd like to know more of his journey, please check out his book. Clyde says, I'm going to listen to Ziggy again. Thank you. Nothing. This is a different air. Hi. Sabrina says, good evening, Sister Marie and Brother Ziggy. Hello, Sabrina. How's it going?
Yeah, thank you to Sabrina, because she was the one that made this happen tonight.
That's true. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. She's in San Francisco, I believe. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I told you the last time I was in San Francisco, I swam San Francisco Bay, so that was a big deal. I love San Francisco. It's incredible.
Wow. Marie Petitholm says United Nations has 19 offices in Haiti that finances gangs. It was Ellen Lalim who was creating the gangs and forced Michel Martelly to make the gangs illegal. It's mean in Creole, Bundy, yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay. Hold on a second, guys. Would you like to comment on what she says? United Nations has 19. Would you like to comment on that?
Well, in my book, I talk about the United Nations and me being in Cité Soleil in 2007 when there was a United Nations operation going on. And so, yeah, I mean, again, the United Nations, the Organization of American States. I'd be remiss not to bring up the core group. But at the end of the day, all these folks, all these people, all these groups, it's the United States government that does what they want with Haiti. And so of course you see about the Kenyans coming to Haiti now. Believe me, the United States government is behind that, because they know the Haitians en masse don't want white foreigners on their land again, especially after the cholera and what they did, a lot of raping of Haitian women, all that kind of thing went on. So the United States has now said, well, how can we go about this now? They won't accept the white man on their territory. So what can we do? Let's go get the blacks that are in our back pocket. And whether it's the Kenyans, the Bahamians, the Jamaicans, the United States is going to go about getting different countries, maybe Senegal, that they feel that's in their back pocket that they can use, because they feel as though the Haitians will more accept black faces in uniform than they will white. And it's part of the game. It's part of this dirty politics that's always played. And so that's what, but again, at the end of the day, I don't think that the Haitian masses are going to accept the black faces either. I don't think they're going to accept the Kenyans. I hope not. I hope not, because, you know, this morning I posted, well, you know what, I'll wait till we start talking about what happened this weekend, and then we'll get into that.
But you touch a good subject, because a few people have reached out and asked me about my opinion as far as Kenyans coming in to assist Haiti. My only opinion with that is be sure we go in places that we are in need of assistance.
Well, to me, it's embarrassing that you're going to get a country that's got problems of their own. C'est parce que Kenyan yo sumun. E sumun yo sumun kon sa. Sa yo wal vin regle Haiti la. Mo yo gen tout problem yo gen la kayo. Kounya bagay sa fem fâché, man. Ça fait me fâcher. That shit pisses me off. That shit pisses me off. E sumun yo sumun.
Problem nan mwen ke tou en Haiti, c'est bagay éducation. En pile fois, moun yo manque éducation pour aider yo faire bonne décision.
En pile.
Et nous gen en pile moun qui très intelligent dans pays a, et puis ouais que même yo ap fait décision pour tête yo côté yo connaît nous ap dit nous gen un peuple qui malade.
Oui, en pile.
Et vraiment vrai, si que nous besoin aide, est-ce que nous pral prendre un monde qui n'a même problème avec nous, ou bien qui moi ouais que nous pi près aux États-Unis, on nous dit un côté qui vraiment développé, côté Haïti ka joindre comportement, li ka joindre éducation pi vite que un monde qui juste en l'Afrique. Moi-même moi ouais que c'est peuple haïtien vraiment, c'est nous-mêmes qui t'a supposé après aider l'autre moun sa yo instead of the other way around. But we gonna see how that goes, and hopefully.
Well, it's a Haitian problem. So we can talk all night about how the whites have hurt Haiti, going from decades back, 100 years back, 200 years back. But right now we have a Haitian problem, and the solution should come from Haitians. So you want to talk about embarrassing in 2023? Are you telling me that Haitians are this incompetent and this ignorant, and that they can't handle their own problems in their own house? That every time there's a problem, they have to wait for the white man to come deliver them? Or now you have black faces from Kenya or Senegal or Jamaica coming to do the same thing the whites were doing. And these people have problems in their own country. So, but problem Haitian sans want. Yo fucking sans want. Hein? Pour da kite moun vin la ka ou kon sa? Jamais. But then Haitians can't even get along with their own. Sherry, Bumdu, Marie, this is a black problem around the world. I always tell white people in the United States, black Americans have it real hard. One, because you have the racism they get from whites. That's one. But two, and even greater, the hate black people get from their own. The hate in the black community, blacks against blacks, is incredible. It's extraordinary. And white people don't know this. Unless you're embedded with black people, you'll never understand this. And in Haiti, because of Haiti's situation, it's at an all-time high, where even in your own family, you can't trust nobody. Your own family will slit your throat. It's such a dog-eat-dog society that you can't trust anyone in Haiti. And that's the problem. You have all these different groups of young men that are raised in these ghettos, and they took the streets with gangs, and all they know is getting up every morning to fight and survive to exist. Yo toujours dit peuple haïtien méchant pile. Yo kite méchant derrière. You know, Haitians can be, and Haitians have always told me this. Haitians have been telling me this since 1991. They would say, Zeke, you know Haitians are méchant. Ou kon haïtien méchant pile, ou kon ça? And so Haitians can be very evil, but they're never really evil to strangers or foreigners. They're evil to their own. And the crimes I've seen with my own eyes Haitians commit against each other is an indictment on the entire culture. And so Haiti, I'm this is rough for me. This is rough because people don't know how much what's going on in Haiti over the years has affected my marriage, my family, my health. It's every day. It's ugly, and so
wow.
It's just devastating. It's devastating to be a part of the Haitian fight and to see Haitians hate each other like they do. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's extraordinary, and I'll never understand it. And to see that some of the evil things they do to each other, so evil. Like, and so that's why on April 30th on Téléimage with Valerio Saint Louis, de lancé un appel. I put out a call to Haitian diaspora all over the world. How can you continue to sit here with your arms and hands folded and your legs crossed and watch what goes on in your homeland? Maria, I'm so angry with Haitians. I'm so angry with Haitians. I'm so disgusted by the Haitian people. I'm so fucking disgusted. To watch Haitians treat each other like this and kill and torture and maim their own people. You could almost understand it if they were doing it against another country. Like, let's just say the Haitians fought against the Dominicans. Well, you could understand that. But these people are doing it to their own. They're doing it to their own. And they allow the white people to do it to their own. So and there are Haitians, like you said earlier, there are smart Haitians. So smart, so intelligent, so bright, so talented. You can't tell me that we couldn't get 5,000 diaspora to come down to Haiti together and clear those ghetto neighborhoods of these gangs that are no good. We could do that. And not stop there, but not just the gangs with the guns and the sandals that they're wearing, but the gangs in the vests, the Haitian politicians, the prime minister, the oligarchs who have a monopoly on Haiti. 5,000 diaspora. Marie, let me tell you something. When I did that interview on Valerio's show, I was getting messages, texts, calls from former U.S. military, Haitians that were former U.S. military, Haitians who were current U.S. police officers, wanting to go and enter this fight. And so we're trying to sit down and have all these guys talk, but then of course, then the bickering happens. Then the different ideology. I don't agree with you, so I can't work with you. I don't like it. We can't do it that way, so I'm going to break off from this. Haitians can never, all Haitians do is agree to disagree and fight and argue and bicker. They can never sit down at the table because, in the Haitian culture, they're all trying to get. Son peuple qui égoïste en pile. Son peuple qui vicieux à mort. So how we get by that, I don't know. But leadership that's lacking in the country of Haiti, somebody needs to come along and do something. If that never happens, then Haiti's just going to sink into oblivion. And what happened this weekend, we can get into, but I'll let you ask your next question. But I'm so fucking pissed off.
Let me give a shout out to this $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Danny, for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you for the continuous love and support of life in Haiti. Thank you. I always say, Ziggy, I wasn't raised in Haiti. So for a lot of Haitians, I'm somewhat a foreigner and am not embraced as a Haitian. But living in Haiti and seeing how Haitians interact with each other, how they love each other, how they respect and disrespect each other, we are our own worst enemy within this country. We have a thing where, yes, the white people have done all of these things it has happened, but no one treats Haitians worse than Haitians themselves.
Exactly.
No one lie to each other more than Haitians themselves. No one mistreat their own people, whether abroad, than Haitians themselves. And Haitians have gotten so prideful and so okay with their lack of integrity that they get upset when you pull them up about it. C'est ou même qui tête chaud, c'est ou même qui problème. Because they have adapted a system that it's okay to disrespect each other. It's okay to lie to each other. It's okay to lie to someone that they feel have a little bit more than them, because everything about a lot of the system is gaining something. And that is really, really sad about our culture.
Yeah,
I agree that a lot of what's happening within our country is definitely very sad. And but one of the things that I keep in my mind, Zig, is the fact that it is us that do it towards each other, whether it comes from the head all the way to the tail. Certain decisions, I have to be the one to make decisions on my own. I always hashtag everything lead, never follow. So if you're going to follow something, make sure that what you are following actually represents something which betters your community as a whole.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I'm kind of very, very glad to have you as a guest. When you look, for simple example, before we get into what has been happening recently into Haiti, Haitians dislike Haiti. I believe, Ziggy, we've had many opportunities to develop the country, or there have been. One of the things that I highly dislike is when people say Haiti is poor. When I'm walking around and seeing these huge homes that people in the state only imagine to live in. Right. And this is just daily amenities for a lot of people in Haiti. This is nothing strange. This is something they have access to on a daily. However, you will see that the roads to that huge, beautiful mansion would crase net. Sa vle di ke depi mwen ka achete terre, mwen gen kay, mwen gen ceci, c'est l'autre bord, nou pa bezwen mette un système nou paye taxe pour développer zone nan. Nou non pays kote ou ap di le on moun malade jodi a Ziggy, ou moun ap perdi la vie yo nan pays nou ki vraiment vraiment triste parce que un maman pa gen 100 goud, li pa gen 1000 goud, li pa gen $20-25 américains pour payer un docteur qui allait l'école, qui prend haute pour lui protéger, pour sauver la vie un peuple, pour que l'hôpital arrêté à porte yo ouvert, côté yo viré peuple à aller. Et puis parce que malheureux a pas gagné 2-3 000 gouttes, ou elle perdu un petit bébé qui doit gagner 12 mois, qui doit gagner 10 ans, qui vient faire que wap mande dans pays a, qui ça exactement qui a passé? Est-ce que moun qui a dirigé pays nous, est-ce que c'est moun nou yé? Parce que c'est pas l'argent qui fait que nous-mêmes nous pas gen cœur. Et c'est pas pouvoir qui a fait que moun pas gen cœur. Et Ziggy Mabdou, m'tende lor di de ça qui a passé et puis diaspora qui a entré. I hear when you say about the diasporas that can come into the country. And we're going to go into this clipping. What I'm going to do to bring people in, because maybe some of my peoples, guys, I know that they may not be in tune with Haitian news and what's really, really happening and up to date with Haiti. So I want to play a small clipping as we get into this next session of what we want to talk about and bring awareness to. So let's see if we have any more questions here. Someone says African Americans don't get treated the greatest in the United States. I'm not sure why anyone would think they would treat Haitians any better. Hold on a second, guys. We have a lot of comments, and maybe tonight, guys, I'm just going to pick and choose a few people. Marie Pierre says, I have been saying that for the longest. Why Haiti is the only country in the Caribbean. Every other country is telling them what to do. All our leaders are, wow. So let me get to the super chat, guys. Super chats. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for the $20 super chat. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Thank you so much for joining me live tonight, Anonymous. Mr. Jackson, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. $5 super chat. Thank you for your continuous love and support of Life in Haiti. So, Zig, I'm about to share a quick clipping with the audience and you too, so that people can kind of get an idea of what we're talking about here. So,
all right.
Let's go here, guys. Hold on.
Yo blende. Yo. Ti kwen sa wè barikade. Information qui vient nous là, t'as semblé qu'on moun qui prend balle, rester là ensemble avec nous, nous pour avancer. N'a pas continuer à avancer et les amis internautes, n'a continuer à avancer. N'a continuer à avancer. À rappeler que nous sous Canaran là, en pile balle dans le moment on a parlé là. En pile balle, mais peuple a progressé, peuple a progressé en pile balle. Voilà, moun yo kap di yo blende, yo pas courir et n'a pas essayé avancer toujours. Information qui vient nous là, t'as semblé qu'on moun qui prend balle dans tête puis devant. Il était avec nous, n'a progressé. Il était avec nous amis internautes. Tout petit coin ça aussi barricade. Il était avec nous. A progressé. Mais essayer avancer. Là, nous venons constant. Les amis internautes, pour capable tout Canaran dans le moment où on parlé là. Malgré plus de détonation,
Guys, as you are hearing, I don't want to share almost everything, but there have been some footages about this scenario that's been shared that is beyond graphic and completely unimaginable to my own eyes, let alone to share it on YouTube with the world. This past, what was it, August 26th, Ziggy? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, yesterday, Saturday, the 26th, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And sitting here and I'm watching like the whole world, we have a pastor that goes by the name of Pastor Marco that has convinced his whole congregation to head out into a gang-infested area and to stand against the gangs and be in opposition of them. As we get into this, Ziggy, I'm going to say this, that the lack of education is so profound in our country that I am glad, Ziggy, with this channel, one of the biggest things that I do is promote sponsoring children and putting them in school so we can cut off a generational curse.
Yeah.
Because we have allowed religion at times to have us so extreme that we disconnect from reality and we start living in a delusional world, or a lot of the times you see in our culture, because we believe strongly in what we believe, but we forget that God is omnipotent. Nobody can see God, that the pastor is not God himself. And at times the pastor can lead a congregation wrong. I'm going to say you've been watching what's happening with this pastor. I mean, what are your stance? Have you seen what's happening around Haiti with the recent events yesterday? I believe this event should go down in history for Haiti. It is a historical day in our country. I have never heard of so many people dying in one day since I've been in Haiti. What is happening in Haiti, Ziggy?
Well, I think to talk about, before we get into all that, the educational system, there's no reason why every kid in the country of Haiti shouldn't be able to go to school for free. And that's an indictment on all the religious organizations, all the NGOs, all these mom and pop people that come in with these shit fucking schools. And they, of course they have to pay teachers. And it's just a racket the way things have played out in Haiti over the years. But every kid in the country of Haiti should be able to go to school for free. They've never addressed the $1.50 tax on every Western Union transfer. Mm-hmm. My God, Marie, between me and my wife, the money we have sent to Haiti, and we're taxed on it every time. Every kid in the country should be able to go to school for free. Even the bourgeoisie kids, even the kids from the rich families, from that tax money that Michel Martelly put in place from Western Union, that could take care of everybody. But no, because of the greed and the selfishness by both the light-skinned Haitians and the black Haitians, by the oligarchs and the politicians, who we don't care about young black children in Haiti. We don't care about them. They're like flies. You smack one, he dies, nobody cares. That's just the reality of the situation. To what happened yesterday, Pastor Marco, I wasn't there, so I'm not going to talk and speak like I'm some authority on the subject because I wasn't there. And I hate to speak if I'm ignorant of something, right? But from what I've told and what I've seen, and a lot of people have said Pastor Marco should be considered a hero, even though he's been called to the Paque in Quadebuque Monday morning. He's supposed to come to the tribunal in Quadebuque Monday to answer questions about what happened. I guess the pastor even told a lot of his faithful that if they wore a certain shirt, like if they were dressed in a certain garb, that there's no way they could take a bullet. Of course, him and his kids and his wife probably weren't at the head of that march, right? So, and pastors in Haiti are a whole nother problem. They're as bad as the politicians. But to just do that on a whim without being prepared, because you look at the first videos of that, of all the people together, and you can see a lot of the people in the audience holding up what appears to be machetes. At first you say, okay, he's uniting a group of people to come together to stand up against these gangs. That's great. But to go about that and just throw a march together like that, you can't do that in the country of Haiti. And of course, the Haitian National Police, who are cowardice, who oftentimes work with these gangs, were nowhere to be found. And usually when there's a march, there's a police presence, because you have to declare you're going to march first. And then there will be a police presence with said march. And so these gang members, led by T. Jeff, when they see this group marching with machetes and singing Boakale, of course they're on heightened alert and they're ready to kill. And that's exactly what they did in the videos that were shown yesterday. They broke my spirit. Like they hurt me inside my guts, my heart, to watch that one group of women and men, some of them were older, as the gangs were talking to them in such a disrespectful tone. You had the one girl that they were kicking like she was a rag doll. And to the gangs, this is funny, because you guys were coming to take our lives, right? The Boakale movement, that's like, you're going to round them up and kill them right there. And the population gets off on that. You said it earlier, Marie. Haiti's sick. The country of Haiti's sick. Haitians are sick mentally, and there's no one there to care for them mentally. There's nowhere to go to get that mental care that Haiti needs. But Haiti's sick, and the one chance Haiti ever had was after the earthquake, where they had all those foreigners from all over the world come in and all that money come in. But what happened? You had greedy white folks in there like the Clintons, right? And the Bushes, and greedy Haitians like Michel Martelly, and all the rest of them. And they don't give a damn about poor Haitians. And the masses are poor. And the Haitian masses will never get it because, like you pointed out, they're not educated. They think they're supposed to be poor. They think they're supposed to stay collecting the scraps from Longshank's table. That's all they know. All they know is living off scraps from well-to-do people. The disgust, like, you could live in Delma. In Delma, in places in Delma, you would say, okay, this is the Haitian middle class. And to watch the Haitian middle class, to Americans that are poor, to watch them walk by people in Cité Sole and look down at them with a disgusting look like, you're an animal. You're not even good enough to walk next to me. And that's a poor Haitian looking at an even poorer Haitian with that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? How they look down on the real poor class in Haiti. Haiti is a sick country. Haitian people are sick mentally. And white people have done them no favors. White people continue to hurt them. Their very presence in Haiti disgusts me. So it's a real fuck show, right? And so you say, where do we go from here? And then I keep saying this all the time. Haitian diaspora, if you can hear me tonight, Haiti is never going to change unless you guys get off your asses and quit being a bunch of pussies, quit being scared, when you're just worrying about yourself and your own, you're never going to be able to go back home. That's how it's going to be. So, Maria, I'm telling you tonight that the diaspora need to come together. The diaspora need to come together, put together to go do something, because Haitians in Haiti by themselves, nothing's going to happen, because these gangs, all these different gangs, they're living a pretty good life. You got a bunch of jack-offs who can't even read and write. They can't spell their own fucking names. And they wear sandals and shorts, dirty shorts. They probably haven't bathed in a couple days. And you got people in their neighborhoods calling him chef. We chef. This chef. He's a command-in-chief in a ghetto neighborhood. They don't want to see that ever change. They're never going to put those guns down. And the guys giving them guns and giving them ammunition, they're not going to stop. It's a business, and it works for everybody. Everybody's dirty. Everybody's covered up in it. And the Haitian government, the prime minister, this is the biggest indictment on the country of Haiti and the Haitian people. The Haitian people should come together one night and just all take to the street and rush Ariel Henry's, the place where he sleeps, and just bull rush him, because they wouldn't have enough bullets to kill everybody. And at the end of the day, if anything's going to ever happen in Haiti, if there's going to ever be real change, people are going to die. Haiti's not going to change without bloodshed. So for Haiti to really change, there are a lot of people that can't be in Haiti anymore. And so you say, well, how are they not going to be in Haiti anymore? Well, you can figure it out. Haiti will never change without bloodshed. The oligarchs, the light-skinned oligarchs, the black politicians, the prime minister. You're going to talk about the prime minister was talking to the individual that's serving a life sentence for the death of Jovenel Moïse. He was talking to the guy within hours of the assassination. And the FBI doesn't do anything in the United States. The U.S. Embassy doesn't do anything. Haitians don't give a shit. And so the indictment is on the Haitian people, where people from around the world will look at Haiti and say, what is wrong with these knuckleheads? Are they incompetent? Are they stupid? Are they ignorant? Do they not care? So it's an ugly, ugly situation, and we're all covered up in it. None of us are clean. We've all played a part in this. Haitians are dying every day because of all of us. So when all of you look in the mirror tonight, because I get criticized a lot, Marie, I get a lot of people in my inbox. They didn't like the videos I was posting yesterday. They were demanding I take them down. They were talking bad about me, Instagram, Facebook. And I said, I'll be damned if I take that stuff down, because that's my duty. I'm charged by duty to make the world see what's going on down there. And I should be down there already. I'm working with a group of guys, like I said, back in April. And when the time comes, we're going to be on the ground in Haiti. And we're going to do what we can. Watching those videos yesterday, I kept saying, I cried. I said, you should have been there already. You're letting these people down. People are dying because you and the team you've been working with, the diaspora team you've been working with, haven't been able to get it all together yet. And so days are passing, people are dying, and nobody cares. But for the ones that do care, for the ones that live, eat, breathe shit Haiti 24/7 like me, it does matter. And we got to do something. And it's a whole generation of Haitians that will be lost if we don't do anything. So I'm just trying to encourage the diaspora tonight. If you love Haiti, if you ever want to see Haiti again, we need to come together. We need to put in a pot. We need money. We need support, because if enough people to come together and enough people give, they don't have enough bullets to kill all of us. They don't. And Haiti's just missing leadership, because Ariel and his guys by themselves, they're scared, because they know they can only hold on to power if the gangs are still running shit. The minute the gangs are no longer there, they're done. They have to leave. And so there have to be enough Haitians that are fed up that will say, you know what, no more. And Marie, I would even say, like I said about Pastor Marco did a great job rallying people to get them to move for a cause. The only problem is he was nowhere to be found in the march. I don't think. Like, he wasn't there. His kids and his wife weren't marching, so that's what they always do. They get the poor masses that they don't care about to do their work for them. Maybe give them a meal good, the old saying, meal good. You have to know about caca pour meal good. C'est comme ça.
Hey, mgen moun kreol, mgen moun anglais. Ou ka bay li, bamdou, moun mwen yo chita la kay la abdi, ou ka bay li jon vle na pran Ziggy. Ou tandem? Ou bay li an kreol, mgen gen moun même yo pi kontan lò la gen li an kreol. Men mabdou, pour moun mwen yo tout comme na bay li en anglais, please mabdil tous les deux gens. En pile fois, on dit même gens avec Pasteur Marco fait organiser un bagay, mais moi-même moi comprendre exactement ça li a dit que li organiser un bagay pour faire un mouvement, li gen doit te dire d'apal ba konnen. Par la moun yo ba konnen. Mais là pas de gen un plan enfin. Et puis enfin li fait moun fâché et en pile moun yo perdi la vie. Ma privé sou est-ce qu'elle était là, est-ce qu'elle y pat là. Mais avant ça, m'a demandé une question, Ziggy. En pile monde, a lot of people are saying the diasporas need to do something. Diaspora a besoin faire un bagay. Mais si que Pasteur Marco, qui là dans le pays, qui comprend fondation pays à Jean bagay yo a fonctionner, li même li pat ka former un bagay qui fait un gros mouvement. What exactly are we expecting diasporas to plan? What exactly do you put on a call to diasporas to do? Because a lot of you guys that don't live in Haiti, you don't even know the roads, because every other day the roads are cut. So a road that you thought was a road when you come in today is no longer a road, right?
Right.
So you don't know the undergrounds that you need to know that is a big factor against you. This is just basic things.
Yes, for sure.
What exactly can diasporas do in this situation as they watch a lot of the heart-wrenching things happen to even family members, on the news in Haiti? What is it that when we call on diasporas, what do we expect them to do when even those who are in Haiti, when they stand up, they are watching this happen to them? And reality is, nobody is willing to blatantly lose their life like that, Ziggy. What is it are we calling on diasporas to do?
Well, the team of guys I've been working are real pros, and we've been searching for support from the diaspora, and these guys are willing to give up their lives, as am I. I'm prepared to sacrifice my own self, but it falls on the men. It's not so much the women in the diaspora, but it's the men. It falls on the men to say, you know what? This is bigger than me. Look in the mirror and think about all those that have come before us, all the Haitians that came before us. It's bigger than us. And that's a problem with Haitian men, is that the pride, the ego, everybody's about themselves. And so we've been working through that and going through a vetting process with different guys, where some guys will come along and say they want to be a part of it, but then you kind of see that they got they want to do their own thing. They're in it for them. And so that's a tough thing. Getting a group of Haitians to sit down at a table and to all agree on one thing, one cause, be of one focused mind. That's a battle of it in and of itself, as you can attest to. I mean, you understand that. Mm-hmm. So, but we're looking for Haitian diaspora that are grown ass men that are disgusted at the way things are playing out in Haiti, and to come together with us. And when the time's right, we have people on the ground down there. We have lots of people on the ground down there that know the territory, that know the roads, as you speak to. Mm-hmm. And if, let's say, Pastor Marco, it wasn't that he was totally in the wrong, because let's say we had 5 or 6 or 7 Pastor Marcos with big congregations like that, and they all wanted to come together. Well, to do that, you got a plan. You can't just do it on a whim like he did. So that's the biggest problem. He did it without any real planning, or Haitian men in leadership positions, they don't like to much take counsel from anybody. They kind of think they know it all and they want to do it themselves. But guys like that need advisors, so you have to have advisors that will give you counsel and good advice. That's always a problem in Haiti. But at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to Haitian men in the diaspora. Do you want it bad enough? Do you want Haiti to change bad enough? Because there's a whole generation. Maybe we might be going on a second generation now of Haitian children who grow up living like animals. Nou gen do a di konya yo ba moun. Gen pil moun Haiti yo ba moun no. So kompren. Mbako so kompren. Gen pil moun Haiti ki ba moun. Nou pa moun ankor. Nou preske pa ankor. Ou ka explike blan sa sou vle. Blan yo va kompren sa.
Mbral rive an kote avon Ziggy. Kom nou sou sije de blan, since we're speaking on the whites, I know that one of the things that white people have at home is everything's in black and white. When something is happening that is wrong, we fight it in the courts. One of the things that baffles me, and it still continues to baffle me today, is the fact that we have yet to teach the Haitian people that in order to make the change that they are fighting for is fighting that within the courts. Yeah. Why is it that the ideal for diasporas is not to fight things within the courts and hold people accountable in their position?
Well, so in Haiti, when you're a chief, you do whatever you want. So
no. We're talking about diasporas.
No. But that's where I'm going to get there. Mm-hmm. So everybody in Haiti wants to be a chief. Tout Haïtien yo bezwen chef. Quel que soit, it could be the chief of a school, it could be a chief of a hospital, it could be tout Haïtien gen foli chef. Pas vrai? So in the diaspora, that's our biggest problem. Getting all these diaspora men to come together. Everybody has their own way they see it. And yo tout gen foli chef. Yo tout bezwen chef. So it's again, when we talk about the Haitian mentality being sick, it's very sick. And so I could write a book about this, to be honest with you. Just this stuff. Haitian men, they all want to be chief. They all, yo tout gen foli chef. That's a big problem. That's one of the biggest problems we face. Everybody, at the end of the day, to get everyone to come together and fight for a cause, then before we've even fought, they all want to know where their place is afterwards. Well, if I'm part of this, then I'm going to run this, or I'm going to be minister of this or chef of that, So this, again, it's a Haitian problem. All these problems in Haiti now, they're Haitian problems, and they should be led by Haitians to find solutions. But because the mindset of Haitian people is so sick and so distorted that it's almost like you say, well, the only way I want to say this, like, because I can't, there's a spiritual aspect in this too. Haiti's a mystical country. And so a lot of Haitians get offended when you start talking about mystique. Haïti son pays qui mystique en pile. Sou pa kwa sa, ou pa consacrer les Haïti. Ou pa consacrer les Haïtiens. So there's a spiritual realm in Haiti that's at war. Good and evil. So that's all involved. Haiti is the most complex country on planet Earth. It's the most complex place on planet Earth. So anyone like in this vetting process where we have diaspora that approach us about being involved in this, and if they come right away thinking they have some solution and they know how to do it, you already know they're not for this, because there's no easy solutions in Haiti. There's no easy point A to point B solution in Haiti of what's going to happen. Haiti's very complex. It's a dark place, right? And so you have all these forces of good and evil. You have the American government, the U.S. Embassy in Haiti, who probably has done more harm to the Haitian people than anyone. The Haitians just kind of leave them alone, let them do whatever they want to do, which still to this day baffles me. How a black nation, proud Haitians, so I often question. I say, you can't be the descendants of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. It's not. I don't believe it. I've been duped. I've been tricked. There's no way that 2023 these Haitian people are the descendants of Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And if you are, he must be disgusted with all of you. And I think that, and I believe that in my mind, that Haitians would allow white people to manipulate them, to let them live like animals, like they're living now. But again, there's so many things that led to it. There's so many things that continue to contribute to it, but nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. People are dying, and guys in the Haitian diaspora, we need to come together and go do something. Because unless we do anything, Haiti's going to continue to go on like it is. Or the United States can send a bunch of Kenyans and Senegalese and Bahamians and the rest of these people that look like Haitians, right? That are poor like Haitians, to do whatever they want with it. So it's all going to come down on how bad do Haitians want to be moon? How bad do you guys want to be known as people and not just animals? That's what it's going to come down to.
What baffles me is with this Kenyan stuff, how we do have a lot of good men that are in the police force that are that do not have the proper equipment that they need to do the job.
Nor are they paid monthly.
And nor do they get paid to be an officer in this country and risk their lives on a daily, when in passing you've seen that this officer have not eaten all day, or they haven't been paid in months. Yet what gets me is that we are okay with taking so much money away from them to invite others, instead of giving them that support that they need and investing in them. And putting more money into the police force and putting more money to encourage these young men to fight more, and offering incentives, because they working under such extreme conditions that when something happens, their family members, a lot of the time you hear how sad it is that you risk your life being an officer in such a dangerous place, that when that officer get injured, or maybe the fatality happens, death, then their family barely can get funds in time to bury them. This is just really, really sad. And I hold hopes that things definitely will change. All of us pinching at these people, man, whether they're good or bad forces, that at some point they would relax and understand that no matter what, whether poor or rich or whatever in between, we are God's creation. Let's go back to the spiritual, mystical stuff that's happening within Haiti or within Haitians that is attached to us, that many Haitian people we really dislike talking about. Voodooism.
Yeah.
Voodooism is a reality in our country. And in my house, I will serve the Lord, and I do. However, I'm not one to judge because I am not God, and I do understand that certain things is in our culture, and that is what people have grown to be familiar with. So that is what they practice. What got me is the fact that Pastor Marco is a pastor, and him being a pastor, he spoke about takul te gen pren. Ba mèm kon ki jan pou m'balage bagay sa yo en anglais kon sa. Li pale de te gen pren, men moun ki yon pasteur, se nan même sens, moun yo pa se bon Dieu nan bêtise tou. In the same token, as they represent themselves as a pastor, they also disrespect God. Because when you come in the name of Jesus, you need to stay in the name of Jesus. And understand that if you need to believe that Jesus is going to do it for you, you don't need points. You don't need stuff from the devil. You don't need this is sick. And our people are so twisted. Yo nan l'église, yo nan job. C'est ça que fait nous pas qu'à joindre délivrance que pays a besoin.
Well, I would say this. Let me point this out. That we can all believe in God, however anyone wants to say they see God or whatever. But there's no way in my mind and in my heart, my spirit, my soul, that would I ever believe that God, the creator of the universe, that he made the Haitian people to live like animals in 2023. I don't believe that. So if whoever we're fighting against in this fight, we have to feel that God is on our side, because there's no way God created people to live worse than animals, I can say. So I feel in this fight we're involved in that me personally, in my own fight, that I have God's favor. And I think that's important to note, because, if God is for you, who can stand against you? Haiti's always going to have voodoo. I talk about in my book how one night at a voodoo service, and the drums are playing and there's dancing and the whole ground is shaking underneath my feet. And I teared up. Brought me to tears. And I thought about, my Lord, I wonder what Napoleon's men must have been feeling, to feel the earth in Haiti shake as Haitians were coming to fight them. And of course, Capois Lamar is my favorite Haitian of all time. And that fighting spirit, so many Haitians fought like that, And so why can't today we call on the ancestors to come together and fight with that same spirit? Is it because we're cowards? Is it because we're too fat and lazy and apathetic to care now? What has happened? What has happened in Haiti now? I mean, if you guys are the ancestors of Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Toussaint Louverture and Capois Lamar and Christophe, where is that fighting spirit? And this is why, Marie, that I pointed out that I love Jimmy Cherizier. Jimmy Cherizier barbecue. He was a police officer who had great honor, and he did an honorable job, and he was one of the best. And when the Haitian government needed a scapegoat, they used him. And the Haitian press, they vilified him. The Western press vilified him. And they made him the bad guy of all the gangs. When in fact, what he did was a noble thing. The Haitian government used him as a scapegoat, abandoned him, threw him to the dogs, and he showed his toughness and his Robin Hood spirit to bring young men in Lower Delmont together to stand up against Goliath, right? And so that's why so many people, so many Haitians threaten my life because of the stance I've taken supporting barbecue. But I could never find my equal in Haiti until I found Jimmy Cherizier. That's how much I think of him. And so I don't often find Haitians that I can look at and say, this guy's got courage. This guy's got toughness. This guy's got some grit. Usually most of them I walk away from thinking he's a coward. So I'm looking at most of Haitian men as cowards. And I'm asking, where are all you brave Haitians tonight? Where are all you descendants of Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Capois Lamor? Where are you? Because we're looking for you. We need you tonight. We need you. There are children dying. There are young women and young men who are just trying to go to school who are dying. Where are you tonight? I'm asking Marie, ask him, where are you people tonight? Where are you Haitians? Every 18th of May, the day I was arrested, you know, Haitians, yo toujours gen folie marcher avec drapeau. They went around, dance. On connaît Haïtien toujours aimé ambiance. Yo aimé ambiance plus que yo aimé sérieux. They like to dance and wave their flags, but at the end of the day, it's all a bunch of shit. It means nothing. The flag means nothing. In fact, the real Haitian flag is black and red. It's not the white folks were the ones who pushed that to get that to blue and red because it's more favorable to the white folks. So, Marie, there's so much involved. There's so much at stake. There are hundreds and thousands of lives at stake in Haiti. Young people, young children. I'm asking the Haitian diaspora, are all of you cowards? Because I'm going to walk away disgusted at all of you, thinking you are the biggest cowards to ever walk on planet Earth. And that Jean-Jacques Dessalines and all the ancestors are rolling and spinning in their graves at the coward atmosphere that is on the country of Haiti. Like, it just, Haitians do a lot of barking. They don't do a lot of biting. Yo jappe en pile. Yo jappe en pile. La Haitien même pas les caca en pile. Mais yo pas les caca, yo pas font med. Yo pas font med sérieux. So I'm challenging Haitians tonight to get off your ass and come together and fight for these young children in Haiti. It's a worthy cause. Give of your money, give of your finances, give of your time, give of your talents to come together. And let's stop arguing and fighting and bickering and come together one time. And it could be such a beautiful thing to see Haiti, a new revolution, 2023, all these years later from 1804. Marie, I'm exhausted.
We have to start investing in Haiti today to see a better Haiti tomorrow, because some of the things which is happening in Haiti will not be changed overnight.
No.
Now, back to the mystical side of Haiti. What I don't like, and as I mentioned, I respect everyone's religion. I'm not God. Nobody should judge anybody, right?
Right.
The only issue I have is the fact that it is used just for bad. Pour qui ça bagay vaudou c'est un bagay et mal simplement nous utiliser. C'est semble diable yo vinn fâché parce que yo touye trop moun pour nous. So kounya yo vinn envie touye moun parce que nous pas prele yo pour yo faire bon bagay. Oui, parce que si tout le monde a dit que bagay la on bagay qui vérité, esprit ça lè au vini yo fait ceci, moi même moi pas connait Ziggy. Et m'pa mélanger nan bagay comme ça et m'pa juger moun. Mais si que on bagay bon comme ça et fort comme ça, pour qui ça que pays nan misère lié? Pour qui ça que nous parler pour faire un bon bagay et tout pasteur arrivé dans pasteur lui même qui te alrele esprit comme son pasteur, c'est prêt pour le river dans zone Canaan, ou pas de rentrer avec au nom de Jésus. Ça veut dire ou retirer sous mon Dieu nan. Et c'est ça moi-même moi gen problème nan. Et tout pas qu'à prendre peut-être pas simplement pendant ou gen une grosse congrégation, un pile monde qui a déplacé avec, c'est pour te mettre point sur tout le monde.
Yeah. For sure.
Parce que prends pas de calé pour simplement pendant ou attendez toute nouvelle yo attendez moun yo a dit comme ça que you hear people that are saying he had points on him and that when he was very well present, Ziggy.
Okay.
He was there but since Haitian people say you can see a person, because things are so complex for those that, you know, not. Yeah, they say you can see a person, Maria, and it be still around the time you see that person, it's not even that person. So, guys, I don't know more details into that. It's not really my line, but the pastor was very well present.
Okay, well, and you were talking about a lot of people in voodoo and magie, and could they use that for good? Well, at the same time, in the religious community of the Christians, the Catholics, the priests, the pastors, they've done equally as much harm, if not more, than the Mambos and Ungans, the voodoo leadership in Haiti. The Christians and Catholics have done as much harm, if not more, than them. So the religion as a whole has had such a negative effect on the Haitian people. And so going forward in the country, you'd like to see that change. But again, that I don't know that there's so much that has to happen first before anything can change, right? Before we can even discuss changing anything, that people need to come together and fight for a common cause. And in doing that, people aren't just going to, if you're in a seat that's raining pennies, you're not going to get out of that seat until somebody forcibly moves you out of that seat. So these folks in Haiti that are in power and that run stuff, they're not just going to leave just to leave. They're going to have to be removed. And so that means there's not going to be change in Haiti without bloodshed. I hate to say that, but that's just the facts. And a lot of these gangs in Haiti, they don't want to see change. So they're not going anywhere without blood being shed. And so to understand, if you're going to get into this fight, you're going to you could possibly sacrifice your life. And most Haitians don't care about Haiti that much to want to go that route. They don't want to go that distance. So that's the problem. Finding Haitians that actually care, finding Haitians that will actually die for the cause, die for their countrymen. And that remains to be seen. But Marie, I'm ready to go.
Yes. One last question before you go. Do you think that everything has to be politically attached in order for us to make that change?
Well, again, I think Haitians should be the ones responsible for their own destiny. And the constant meddling by the Americans, by the Canadians, by the French, by the Organization of American States, the United Nations, the core group, all these different people. You have all these different NGOs and church groups, these mom and pops church groups, all these white folks that come in. I think I can't stress this enough, that I think the white presence in Haiti does more harm than it's ever done good. And I think that if they could all leave Haiti for the time being while Haitians clean their own house, and then maybe invite some of them back later, that would be the way to go with this. But Haiti will not change without bloodshed. That's a guarantee. And so we need Haitian men who have great courage, who want to step up and get in this fight and go take their homeland back. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. You may never come back. You may never see your wife and kids again. So a lot of Haitians tonight need to look in the mirror and ask themselves, do they love the homeland? Do they love their ancestors? Do they love this future generation of children that are coming? Do you love it enough? Because on May 18th every year, Haitians are always waving that fucking flag around like they care, and they really don't. So everyone's going to have to look at themselves in the mirror tonight, Haitians around the world, and say, are you really about that life? Most of them aren't. So we're going to see what happens going forward.
Any last words that you would like to say? I don't want to hold you too long as the show go on, but any last words what I'd like is for you to give an advice to the Haitian people in reference to some of these things that are being organized and persuading them to go into territories that obviously is not the safest territories. What can you share with the people as far as, my thing is, the people have to understand, yes, we as the people, there are things that we don't like, but we also have a position. And there is certain things that it is not the position of the people to get into. What advice do you have for people that are living in Haiti that are hoping to see a change and want to support a change? How should they go about that before the show ends? And then afterwards, we would end it.
Of course, it's easy for me to say this in the comfort of the United States. As Haitians live in Haiti tonight with great fear of, on a day-to-day basis, them living through the day, their kids coming home safe. So I want to be very respectful about that and how I'm addressing this. But like I said, pointed out a few minutes ago about if there were 5 or 6 or 7 Pastor Marcos with congregations of that size, with that passion, with that energy, these bandits don't have enough bullets to kill. The Haitian people have so much power in their hands and they don't even know it. You look in the streets and there's hundreds of thousands of Haitians and they're coming for you. They're coming for a little area that's got a bunch of bunzi, all these bandits with all these big guns. They can't kill all of us. They can't kill all of us. So leadership needs to step up and say, hey, I'll be the one to go first. Follow me. Let's go. I'll go first. And with that type of movement, Marie, around the country, because Haitians they're so thirsty. Yo soif changement. Yo soif li. Yo bouquet souffri. You comprends?
Definitely, frère. Nous bouquet souffrir vraiment. Ça, c'est une réalité pour presque tout pays. Moi, connais qui Haïtien bouquet souffrir. Et n'a demandé qu'il est que peuple haïtien a joindre souffle que nous avons cherché. My brother, I want to thank you beyond words for taking the time out of your day and coming on Life in Haiti to share some of your thoughts, to share your views. Thank you for loving Haiti. Thank you for representing Haiti, for respecting the culture of Haitians. And I do believe that Haiti, it may not be today, but Haiti will not perish because of who we are as a whole. We cannot lose here. So we don't lose hope. Thank you so much, Ziggy. You have a blessed one. And thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my brother. You have a blessed night. Wow, guys. I know there are a lot of comments. I may not be able to get to everybody tonight, but Mr. Cliff, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It's the slave master mentality that's been instilled inside Haitians since colonial times. It's hard to break the mental chains with the low rate of education. Very true, guys. As we end this, let me give another shout out to Mr. Jackson. Thank you so much for this $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Danny, for the $10 super chat. Thank you all. Thank you to each and everyone that super chatted tonight. If you cash app tonight, however you supported the show, thank you so very much. There is so much happening in Haiti at times. It's really, really sad. As you all could see, the ending of the show was with Ziggy. We watch him break down as far as watching some of the things which is happening in Haiti. A lot that is happening in Haiti is definitely very, very sad. You cannot be humane to watch these things and not be touched and not break down. With this channel, guys, that is why I'm big on education. I believe the change that Haitians continue to fight for today is not a change that we're going to see overnight. However, one thing that I can ask many of you guys around the world, if it's fundings with helping a child go to school, to change the narrative today for tomorrow, guys, do that. It doesn't automatically have to be with Life in Haiti. Help a child in Haiti. Help us change generations. I am not going to get in front of the screen and ask you guys to come into a place or go into territories where you can possibly lose your life. But what I am going to continuously ask you guys is to help the many of us that are here, foot on the ground, that are working to see a better tomorrow with Haiti. I just want to say thank you to each and everyone tonight. Do not give up on Haiti, guys. It's a process. It's not going to be overnight, but things will not remain this way forever. We have to change the mentality. And for the many Haitians that are watching around the world, we are our own worst enemy. Haitien, c'est nous-mêmes qui ennemis yon ak l'autre pi mal. Nous haïs yon ak l'autre pi mal. Nous embrasser un étranger, pi plus que nous embrasser voisin qui là, qui vivent sous côté nous, qui ka besoin nous. Et puis nous-mêmes qui gen un petit bagay la kay nous plutôt garder moun en bas. Nous garder moun nan sous apparence, si que pour nous aider l'autre. Problème haïtien gen, c'est pour nous investir dans yon ak l'autre. C'est pour nous aimer pays nous. C'est pour nous d'accord pour nous investir dans jeunesse dans pays, dans police dans pays, dans l'hôpital dans pays, dans éducation pays. Pays nous pas un pays vraiment nous gen kob pour nous payer l'autre pays des millions. Côté là nous gen moun qui dans profession qui a souffrir. Là moi gen jeune fille, jeune garçon qui fini l'école qui pas ka joindre un travail. Et c'est nous-mêmes qui ennemis yon ak l'autre. Merci à tout le monde qui te suit moi à soir. Si vous pouvez abonner à la chaîne ça, abonner et partager live là, pas oublier pour ban moi like là. So guys, if you've yet to hit the like button, don't forget to please hit the like button tonight. Big shout out to Matt Gilliam. Thank you so much, Matt, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for the love. Zeke Petrie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. You guys be blessed. Have a good one. And until next time, you all.